This is the Play On Podcast with Jesse and Jerry, episode number 102. Jesse, we had a Monday night football game, not our typical American ones, but Real Madrid actually took center stage and faced Getafe, and it was a great eight watch for me. I'll tell you that. You had a couple of them. Now it's my time to enjoy them. Real Madrid lost 1-0 to Bordalas and Getafe. I know you have a lot to say on this whole matter.
Or, it was just we know what Bordalas plays, we know how he plays. It should be obvious going into the game how what's gonna happen. You have to take you're not gonna get a lot of chances because he is the definition of a low block. He will play those games where he'll have his players and the players will fully bought in where they will stop play, foul, create low disturbances to try to get you off your game. So you have to uh, you know, when you have a chance, you have to put it in the back of the net and, not let the game carry on because it will affect you if you aren't, what is it, strong mentally. And yeah, Real Madrid, to begin with, they had some chances, the clear 1v1 Vinny against the goalie, and then he just missed it, or he shot it near post, and the goalie, which had a great game today, blocked it, and then there was an Arda Güler skill, and then the shot. The Real Madrid had chances today. It's just they didn't finish them, and which has been the trend this year, where they're just conversion is just horrendous for them, for the whole squad in general. And then afterwards, the players just lost their heads. Uh, Arbeloa doesn't help because he is a new coach and he doesn't provide that steady presence that a veteran would, especially with these players because they're all very emotional and some don't know how to manage it, as we've seen. And yeah, his substitutions I think made it worse because when he took out Arda Güler and Thiago Pitart, who debuted today, who I was very solid for me. I think he had a good game. I questioned taking him out and the substitutions that he did because I felt like it took away the football that Real Madrid had. Afterwards, it was just basically all reliance on long balls, hoping for something to happen. Vinny was good in the first half, and then as usual, he just wandered off in the second half, got his head lost, and just kept on trying to 1v1, and then no results from anything that he was doing, basically.
Yeah, I think the biggest culprit, or like the biggest loser in all this is probably Pitarch, because he was pretty good on the ball, but no one was helping him out with dropping back and trying to receive the ball. I was telling you before the podcast, the tactics they were using on, there's a clip of Pitarch having the ball on the lower right-hand side of the midfield, looking for options, but Gudler was pushed up, Valverde was pushed up, Vinny's on his always left side, and then the striker Gonzalo Garcia is the one had to drop back and try to create something and show himself that he's available, which is probably not the thing that you want, especially with Gonzalo Garcia. He's more of a box presence and he's a great finisher, but he's no creator.
Yeah, this is just the problems with Arbeloa because in the first half, the biggest problem for me was that it was a standard 4-4-2, what we've seen from Arbeloa so far with the Real Madrid team. It was Pitar started on the left side, Valverde on the right to obviously cover for Trent, but eventually Arbeloa was just basically had Valverde, Pitar, and Güler just rotated in
Yeah, they were
midfield
kept
trying.
swapping him, right?
They kept swapping like every couple minutes, and then basically it confused the whole squad because you would usually you're like, oh, I know this guy's gonna be here in this spot and look for there, but they're all rotating and they're all confused. And the problem was is that because he gives so much freedom to Vinny and we know he doesn't drop back. It basically left Carreras isolated, so he put Valverde there to basically cover for that, and then it just ruined the whole like chemistry of the team because everyone didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, I don't like the tactics because clearly, I don't know. Either way, I think it's just Arbeloa's fault for the tactics because it doesn't make sense. Like you said, when he was having Valverde switch to the left side with Pitarch and Pitarch going to the right side, you could see the confusion because Vinny was again just staying on his left side, stuck on the wing. But Carreras, you kind of lose him in all of that because if Valverde is covering on the left side, then that means Carrera has to go inside and play like kind of like what
Valverde,
Valverde should be playing. But Valverde is like playing. He's I think he's been so used to playing like fullback pretty much on the right side that he was just kind of taking up that fullback spot on the left side. So there was like a lot, like you said, a lot of disconnections when it comes to just the tactics that Arbeloa is bringing at the squad. And at the moment, he's failing the team. I mean, again, this is all on Florentino. This was his bet. Um, what are your thoughts so far with him? Do you think he's failing as well?
Obviously, I think even today there's calls for him to resign. There's obviously displeasure with the fans of how Florentino has handled all of this, especially because let's get it straight, like the big bet this year was in Xabi Alonso. He was modernizing the squad, bringing in new tactics, how the current world football is played. But yet, instead of siding with him, who was supposed to be the biggest signing of like this summer, and not the players, it was him. He instead sided with the players who have obviously failed him because they haven't lived up to what they the power that he's given them because he got rid of Xabi Alonso, fired him, and gave the players a vote of basically you guys are in charge right now. And basically the two main culprits were Vini and Valverde, who were displeased with Xabi Alonso's basically holding them accountable, and they just haven't proven that they're at the level where they can carry this squad even through rough patches because yeah, there's obviously disconnects between the players and the coach. There's really no sense of tactics. Everything seems to Arbeloa has basically gone with the way of, oh, I'm gonna basically put everything on Vinny to carry offensively,
Hmm.
and he's tailored all the tactics and the squad to basically do that to carry of making him happy, which he's said mo numerous times in the press, and has allowed basically Valverde to roam around freely. He doesn't play right back at all anymore because he doesn't want to play that, but it's just driven a wedge on the what the players can do, and it's limited the tactics of what's happening, and it's just making the squad even worse. Because I think this is Arbeloa's what 12th game. He's lost four of them. Like
Hmm.
that's not a great record at all.
It's not. And then again, you guys have a difficult matchup this going to Friday in a
Yeah.
short week. They have to face Celta Vigo away.
Yeah.
So, and Celta Vigo is the squad that beat them in the first half of the season at the Bernabeu. Luckily for Real Madrid is Celta Vigo doesn't have Brian Zaragoza anymore, which is I'm sad about because he's such a good player and I think he disrupts big teams so much and teams don't know how to really handle him. But going back to it, to the Real Madrid game against Getafe, another player that again I don't know why teams don't take advantage of him is Trent. Trent Alexander-Arnold like we said it for multiple years. He doesn't defend. If you
Well,
run at him and try to make a run against him, he's gonna react late to it because he always thinks like they're not gonna pass him the ball. And again, I saw so many opportunities for that to be exploited, but they're not. They didn't. So I hope Celta takes advantage of that because I don't think teams have been using.
it wasn't exploited as you say, but there was multiple chances where he was caught lacking. There was a
Hmm.
viable threat from the right side.
Yeah, he reacts to a second too late, right?
It's not just that, he just doesn't seem like he's interested in defending.
Mm-mm.
And
Right.
then when he messes up, he doesn't sprint back.
Mm-mm.
He jogs. He leisurely walks like he's like, oh well, they'll handle it. And the thing is, that's why I have such a problem with him. It's like he offensively he doesn't counterattack. Like sure with Marcelo, we knew he wasn't like the greatest offender, but offensively, you knew he could carry that. He was an outstanding attacking fullback, like best in the world. He would dazzle you. Trent this is my biggest problem with him is that I feel like he's overrated offensively. Sure, he'll have his moments with passing, but it's rare like when it happens. Currently in the Real Madrid shirt, and especially because he was given that option at Liverpool because they were attacking so much from that right side because of Mo Salah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would vacate the right wing because we know he likes to go inside and shoot and basically be a scoring winger, and he'll allow him for this crosses. But at Real Madrid, they don't attack a lot from the right side. It's
No.
basically been all but abandoned currently with Arbeloa because they rely so much on Vinny. So he doesn't have that much reason to pass or cross, and especially now because we don't have that a box presence. The only one we have is Gonzalo Garcia, but we don't go for that option. We just go even
Vinny
when we
create something and try to get me a goal, and that's it.
And when we do cross, it's when basically everyone's in the box. So basically, it's just
Yeah.
like it's not even the 50-50 because there's obviously more defenders in there. So and for me, it just makes no sense for Trent in the squad. Sure, if we were having more possession and we could see more of that passing acumen, sure, it would make sense. But we just don't have the viable system currently for him. And especially now when his defensive frailties can be shown so much because our backline is basically shaky at best. And there's also no defensive cover because the midfielders are trying to push up to cover for the forwards because the forwards aren't defending as well, and basically it leaves such a big gap sometimes for the opposite team just to attack our defense.
Yeah, I agree. It's it's so funny that he keeps getting the starting role because at this point, like, if I'm a Real Madrid fan from the games I've been seeing, I'd rather have Carvajal play right back at this point because at least you know he's gonna try to defend. He'll probably get beat in pace, but when it comes to defending, he's still pretty solid, you know? He'll cover the wing. He'll get again outpaced most of the time. But just all you gotta do is just not give him that much space to play that through ball. If anything, play the cutoffs and have your right side of center back, which was Rudiger at the time, cover for that. And Rudiger is fast, so he could cover for the getting outpaced and everything like that. So I think at this point, it looks like has the starting right back role, and it doesn't look like it's going to change, barring an injury. Um, Before all this, you would have thought Trent would have left in the summer because again he wasn't getting playing time. But now that he is, it's like it's hard for him to leave at this point.
Yeah, but that's also I think a microcosm of like Real Madrid because sure he's a problem, but he's still not the main problem of the squad.
No, he's
Because
not.
sure you could say about defensively, but that's been a problem for a while now in Madrid that hasn't been, fixed. But it's that could be hidden if like the offense and like the midfield and the midfield is no longer that steady presence where it can create chances in and out because there's obviously profiles are there's not the correct profiles in that squad. There's similar profiles that just overlap with each other currently. And then offensively, we could live with being, hunkering down and like playing a counter-attacking game. But currently the offensive players they're not converting the chances they do create as beforehand where you felt like, oh, if Real Madrid just have one chance they're gonna score it.
Hmm.
Now you feel like, oh, we need a lot of chances to be able to score goals because they don't convert the chances anymore. And
Yep,
then you're like also wondering if they're gonna create anything.
that's true. But someone that does create something is Rudiger. At least he creates conversations. He had that one knee to the guy's face. Jesse, you think that was a red card? I already know where you're going with this.
No, he fell on him. It was accidental.
Yeah. Again, I think it was a red card. He knows what he was doing because those two players were also clashing beforehand in the opposite box. But again, interesting. Rudiger keeps getting away with all these things because again, he makes it seem that there's that argument that he fell on him or something like that. But we know they're not good intentions. But um, Ravager keeps getting linked to left-footed center back, Jesse. Um, I think they're making a mistake because they already got one in Hoytson.
He's not left-footed, he's right-footed.
No, I'm pretty sure he's left-footed.
He's right-footed.
Swear to God, bro. I
He
swear
put
to God.
he's right-footed
So why does he play on the left side?
because he can.
He is, I swear to God, where is he? Where is he? Oh, yeah, there you go. There he's preferred foot both. Okay, I didn't know. But I don't know. It's still interesting to me because he hasn't been playing good. I think it's a lot of pressure and same thing. We talked about it beforehand. Um, he partners well with Guler and Carreras, but if it's not those two players, then he can't really play the passes he wants to play because everyone else in the team is not either presenting themselves. Because Chouameni, let's be honest, he's not really the best passing outlet. If you give him the ball, he's more than likely going to try to ping it. Camavinga, little bit, I think he is pretty good, but they don't give him that chance. And then again, the attackers are not even running for him either. So he is getting cooked right now by Real Madrid fans. He was getting booed to a point where even the players didn't want to pass him the ball today.
Yeah, and I just feel like that's just the misconception that the fans have of him because
They
when
got to find
he
someone to blame, you know?
yeah, because initially the first half they were blaming Alaba because they were booing him, and
Hmm.
then when they subbed in Housen for Alaba, they started booing him immediately.
And I
So
don't even think Alaba had that bad of a game. Like the goals they did score, I think it deflected off his back a little bit.
no,
So it's not even his
it was
fault.
a contention between Rudiger and the guy, and then it was Valverde that was closest to him.
But
But
yeah,
that
I don't think Alaba had a bad game. So that's why I need to understand the booing for him.
yeah, it's just they're just trying to find anyone to blame, but it's currently at pandemonium at Madrid right now because they're just trying to find a scapegoat or anything to blame for why the team is this bad. And Alaba, he has a lot of faults currently at his current age and like his current ability, but today was not his fault.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't even know. The only person you can blame it, I think it was Alaba. Not Alaba. Oh my God.
Arbeloa.
Yeah, Arbeloa.
Yeah, because
It's
even
him.
the
It's his
goal,
tactics.
because the goal was it was a great goal. Like you just hats off because it was a straight volley, top corner to against Courtois. Like that was a great goal. Not much you could say. Like it was like it wasn't like you can't be like, oh, it was a clear fault from anyone that allowed that
Mm.
to happen. Like it was just the ball was literally bouncing in the air. This guy just volleyed it
Moment of
straight in top
brilliance,
net.
and that's it. Because
Yeah,
even how he got it, I think, like you said, it was a dispute between Rudiger and the other Getafe player.
yeah.
It was 50-50, and they won it, and he just had the quick
Vo-
reaction to let me just volley it.
Yeah, and then yeah, you're just like, you know what? Like hats off. Nothing you can do much there. And but yeah, it was just like but then afterwards the substitutions from Arbeloa were more of like desperation
Yeah.
and they a lot, really didn't make sense because afterwards he towards the end of those substitutions, he was just throwing bodies at forward, and they're just like, okay, you're throwing more forwards, but it's not fixing the problem because basically at the end there was the disconnect because there was like one person in midfield and there was five forwards.
One thing I don't like what Arbeloa and is doing at the moment is disrespecting Brahim Diaz. He is such a good player. He just won African, what is it,
AFCON.
AFCON Player of the Tournament. He's clearly reaching a peak in his career, and they don't. He's not even the first option to come off the bench. That's
Yeah,
like bad.
yeah, I thought he would have been, especially because we're missing something on the right side,
Yeah,
obviously from the way it was, and especially with Rodrigo coming off injury, and then Macedonia, they're still saying he has problems with pubalgia, and then not getting a lot of game time. You would be like, okay, Brahim Diaz, obviously the one player that's most in form, most in rhythm. Let's give him a chance, and yeah, he just saved them until like the 85th minute, and then he didn't even get the right wing spot. He was basically shadowing the forwards.
yeah. So it's disrespectful at this point, and Brahim Diaz should definitely look for another club because clearly he's not even an option. Would he do it? I don't know. He's probably happy with his paycheck and being in Real Madrid because it is a status being in Real Madrid, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think most players are just waiting to see how the season ends and how basically the project is looking forward because you got to see who because I don't think Arbeloa is going to be staying as a permanent option with anything that's happening, like tactic wise, how like just being portrayed like by the fans and media. All the signs seem like he's not going to stay.
Yeah.
A lot of things are like showing that they're just trying to see who's available. The running favorite is Jurgen Klopp, but I think that's also gonna how are you gonna go from giving the players all the power and then go to Jurgen Klopp, who has his players run like crazy the entire time, like with these players that don't want that. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I think players are waiting to see who becomes a coach and how the sporting project is going forward. Because the way it looks, it's being reported that there's gonna be a lot of changes coming. There's gonna be changes in players like coming in and players coming out to revolutionize the squad.
All right. I'm gonna ask you this question. Who do you think realistically is gonna be the new coach for Real Madrid next season? And who would you want?
I think it's going to be another infatuation system with Florentino Perez. He wants that big name. He wants that the media presence, like the world-renowned brand, and I think he will go for Klopp, especially because I think Klopp he'll want it because he's been out of football for a while now, and you just don't like stay out of it for a while if you were like a coach for how long and the passion that he brings. I think he'll want it, especially since I don't think he'll go back to England because he said he only coached Liverpool, and then in Germany, I think he it was the same with Dortmund. So I
Mhm.
think the only viable options would be like uh Madrid, Barca, or like PSG. And I think the most open job right now is Real Madrid, but I just don't think he fits.
Like you said, it's pretty much Xabi Alonso. That's what Xabi Alonso tried to kind of do with his pressing.
Yeah. I just don't think it'll fit with the squad, even if Florentino says, "Oh, we're gonna change the squad." I just don't think it'll happen with the current players or like it will require such a drastic change from like the current squad to what he would require
Hmm.
that it would happen, especially with the finances of what the players he would want. I don't know.
So realistically, who's the next Real Madrid coach?
Who I would want?
No, realistically, you think realistically they're like Jurgen
Klopp.
Klopp is even available?
Yeah, I think he would be available.
And who would you want?
It would be tough because
You had him already, right?
yeah, we had him, but the thing is also it requires I can't say like someone because from that most people don't know because you require a certain status to be able to coach at Real Madrid because if not, the players won't listen to you, the media will heckle them or like all these things like they have to have like a world-renowned coach. But the current available ones won't leave to Real Madrid at this current state. And also,
Because it's not going to be Luis Enrique as much as Real Madrid. I know some of them are playing for him, but he literally had a bad relationship with Mbappe. They're not going to sell Mbappe, and Luis Enrique is probably not going to want to coach him.
well, not even that. I don't think he's already having problems with Dembele and like all these things about like ego. How is he gonna go from like that squad to over here where there's even bigger egos, and then he's also gonna have to, he's not gonna have the support of the board.
Hmm.
Like I would say, like I don't even know, like. Iraola from Bournemouth, I think he's a great coach. He knows how to do with, especially with less. So I think he's a great coach and would help fix the squad because he doesn't like implement a single style. He fits with what the pieces that he has. So I
Yeah, he
think that would work.
adapts.
He adapts really well. So I think he would work well with the squad. But he's not a big enough name for Real Madrid,
Hmm.
and so I don't know if that works.
But
But like
that's your
he's
ideal coach.
well the one we currently with no Xabi Alonso.
Oh man, it's gonna be so interesting this whole summer to try to find who's the coach. I like you said, Klopp. I think Klopp, if he joins, he's gonna fail. I don't think he's gonna able to succeed because again, he wants press, he wants press, he wants press. Vinny tried it for a couple of months, got tired, didn't want it, and especially with Real Madrid trying to renew him. How are the talks going, by the way? Are they going forward?
They're still going forward. They've turned a more positive light after the backing, after the whole incident. So he
Hmm.
feels like, oh, they do have my back. So they're saying that it's gonna be positive and that he is gonna renew, which you know,
You're
it's
not too
because
happy about it.
yeah, because I don't know how it's gonna help because he is the major problem of like if what they say right now is that they're gonna change the squad and everything. N- Even if they change the squad around him, if he's still there, he's gonna still want to be like, oh,
Hmm.
well, but I'm not gonna do that. Like he has to change the mindset. But it's too late for him because he's what 26, 27.
Yeah, it's yeah. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, you know.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, it's tough. And then what everyone would want is Zidane back, but he's basically been all but confirmed for
no,
the
I
French
think he
team.
pretty much is confirmed that he's the
Yeah,
next coach.
I don't think officially yet, but they're basically officially that he's the new French coach after this World Cup.
Yeah, so
So
he's
I
kind
don't.
of out of the picture. Ancelotti, I don't think they'll go back begging for him.
Well, I think he signed a new contract until 2030, so I don't think he goes back either.
Guardiola, he already said he wouldn't coach Real Madrid. It is like deals and everything. Arteta.
The players won't follow him.
I'll be so hilarious if you do get Arteta. I would be laughing at you because, again, you talk so much shit about him. And I think it's probably not the right profile either for Real Madrid because they're too defending,
Well,
too
they
defensive.
Well, he'd be asking Vinny and Mbappe to defend the entire game, and they're not going to do it.
Yeah. So again, interesting summer up ahead. But On the other side of the pond, since Real Madrid dropped points, Barcelona is up 4 points again in La Liga. We would have been up five, but we had some incident with the Girona game where a foul should have been called, and they admitted it too that the foul should have been called. Um, but yeah, nonetheless, this weekend they faced Villarreal, a club that was in third place. Um, but yeah, Barcelona killed them 4-1. But it's weird. Lewandowski picked up an eye injury, which I didn't see it throughout the match. It must have been after. But yeah, he is out for the Atletico Madrid game. And yet, Lamine Yamal got his first hat trick. So that's always cool. There was a lot of murmurs, Jesse, that he doesn't show up in big games. This was a big game, and he cooked them.
Yeah, he still doesn't show up in big games.
He literally did it against France
Doesn't show up big games.
in the Euro. And then again in the final as well, where he got an assist. But yeah, Barca's up in first place. Sad news. Frankie de Jong picked up a hamstring injury, so now we get Pedri back, but we lose Frankie. But I think we'll be okay because we have Bernal now that Flick is giving him more starting chances. He's playing great, and now I think he's gonna start again, and I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Barca have a mountain to climb tomorrow, Jesse.
Yeah, and your prediction's off already.
I know, dude. What if I was right for that?
No, it was no way can it happen.
They barely won against Real Oviedo, by the way, 1-0. And then who do they face in Champions League?
Them is Spurs.
Bruges. They faced Bruges,
Oh,
like in the end of the playoff.
yeah, when you said they were gonna lose and they cooked them.
I did. I thought it was a chance, and there was a chance at one point, but not looking good. But hey, if anything, one prediction could go right out of three. So yeah, they face on tomorrow. It's gonna be a tough task for Barcelona to face Atletico Madrid when they're up 4-0. Rumors are already that what's it called? Cholo's gonna play five at the back and four midfielders and one striker. But I think I have confidence in Barca's gonna make it competitive because again, we are undefeated at home at the moment. We played well at home. Clearly, Villarreal, a top squad fighting for top four. We pretty much nullified them. So I think it's possible. I think there's a slight chance. Out of 100%, Jesse, there's 1%, realistically.
Yeah, especially because it just takes one goal for them and then it's all done.
Yeah. I mean, we could just break it down to it being two games, or tomorrow. You have to win 2-0 in the first half and then 2-0 in the second half. But even then, if you do that, you have to go to extra times, and then you're facing Bilbao in the weekend. So yeah, you're gonna probably gonna try to kill the game, either lose or win it. That's it. You can't take it extra times because then that'll just be detrimental. Because then there's Champions League next week, midweek. So
Oh yeah, where you play Newcastle, Toon Army,
don't worry, they don't have it easy either. I think they have already have the worst schedule ever because they're facing Man City this weekend.
No,
No, during the
I heard
week.
they forfeit that one. They just give Man
There's
City the
no
point,
way they're gonna forfeit that.
just for the title challenge.
Where's the Newcastle schedule? Because uh they just lost to Everton. They gotta face Man U on Wednesday, this Wednesday. Face Man City on Saturday. Then they face Barcelona on the 10th on Tuesday. And then after that, they face Chelsea away and then Barcelona again.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I think Newcastle just has a really bad schedule. But again, going back to the Atletico Madrid one Copa del Rey, I'm not expecting much. Do I expect them to win? Probably the game 2-1 or something, but to turn this result around, I would love to see it. But I am just keeping my hopes down keeping my expectations down. Keeping my hopes high. Please just it's gonna be tough, dude. We have Ferran starting.
Oh, that's great. That's
Hey, he's had a rough couple of months. Maybe this is where he turns around and gets like a hat trick.
Jerry, literally last week you were just ripping into him like, yeah, we're not starting him. At least thank God Lewandowski's back and now
Again, what if he turns it around? I gotta be optimistic somehow.
yeah, what if an asteroid hit me right now? Those are the odds you're talking about right now.
Man, I'm debating calling off tomorrow for work to watch the game, but I know it's probably gonna be not worth. It's not gonna be worth it. I might call off next week for the Champions League game. I think it'll be better. you know.
Yeah, Newcastle, seeing Newcastle win, yeah, that's a good idea.
You are hilarious. But yeah, like I said, Barca is not top of the league, Jesse. Um, yeah, Real Madrid back-to-back losses, by the way, against Osasuna and against Getafe in La Liga. And then again, they're facing Celta at a tough away match. In Premier League, I think we both witnessed the worst match of all time.
Yeah, Corner FC won.
Yeah, it was Arsenal versus Chelsea, and I think Arsenal broke the record for most corner kick
Tied,
goals. Tied the
tied at
record for most corner kick goals at what, 17?
16 with West Brom in 2016 and Oldham in like 1990 something.
Oh my God, dude, I was screaming at my TV saying this is the worst. One, it's English commentators and they bore me to death. Two, it's Arsenal and Chelsea not playing a single through ball, not being dangerous, not being creative. It's just let's get a corner and that's it.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
English game. That's the Premier League football that people say is the best in the world.
Legit, I was trying so hard not to fall asleep, and I think I wasted 2 hours of my day. I wish I could get
It was
those
funny.
hours
You say
back.
we watch. I didn't watch it. I
Thank.
knew it was gonna be like this. I didn't watch it. I knew it was gonna be like this.
I had to watch it for the podcast to at least bring it up and talk about
Nah,
it,
I
but
was I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait for it, see if it was worth it. Because
smart
it's most
man,
likely not.
smart man. Because, bro, I'm telling you, one that was just horrible. I think I didn't text anyone, but I was debating texting SV, but I know he was going through it, so I didn't. Um, Andre Santos is like I think that's his name. Um,
Who got sent off?
he got sent off, right? Yeah.
No, it wasn't him. It was
Neto.
Pedro Neto, yeah.
No, but Andre Santos, he might as well got should have gotten sent off because he didn't do a single thing in that game. Barcelona literally made his career by him scoring that double. But ever since then, this game, let's be honest, I don't really watch Chelsea games like that. But this game, I didn't see a single thing out of him. But yeah, I don't know what to make of this game, dude. If I'll tell you, if there's one word for it, it's corners. That's it. Corners, corners, corners. But yeah, let's not stick to it too long. Man City won their game, so they put on the pressure still. Let's see if Brighton can do something Chelsea can never do, which is take away points from the top teams.
Aston Villa lost to
Hey,
Wolves. Big surprising result, 2-0.
oh man, what is going on? They're giving Wolves points like that?
Yep.
Tottenham lost, by the way.
I'm not surprised. I called it.
You did it, but you said they weren't in danger. Oh no, they're not, because Nottingham Forest faces Man City now. I think there is danger
Jerry, you've been
still.
on this. You got an agenda currently against Spurs.
I do, bro, because we said they were gonna be good. Like their signings were great. Like I'm pissed they're making us look bad. You should be too.
Yeah, I've just come to accept it. You just gotta mellow out. It ruins your blood pressure, Jerry.
They lost four in a row.
Yeah, Jerry. I'm on this new. As you know, I've been working out recently. I'm on a new grind. Mentally, I'm zen. Nothing can affect me now. This
Everything's
season.
all mental.
Yeah, it's all mental. It's all in their head.
Yeah, they should probably hire you as the Tottenham coach. I think they'll probably do better with you. Telling
Yeah,
them
dude,
that.
I'd actually provide good tactics.
What did the Chelsea manager say? I'm not a manager. I manage men.
Dude, Chelsea is just a joke because you
Dude,
go from
this is just bad. Well, go ahead, my bad.
no, yeah, you have Maresca who's actually doing decent, and then now you just have this coach and it's been going downhill.
See Chelsea tied twice, lost. Um, but I'm telling you, this this relegation race is horrible. I just want West Ham and Nottingham Forest to win one game so they could make it even better and Tottenham lose theirs. Please, Nottingham Forest, don't win against Man City. That's the one thing I'm asking you not to do. But I
No,
don't
they're
know.
gonna lose.
Oh man.
They're gonna lose. Brighton's gonna win. Chelsea's gonna lose. Anything else?
Tottenham has a clause that if they do go down, automatically
Yeah,
all their players go like they
Their
have
their
their
wages,
wages.
yeah, their wages are cut by 50%. Similar with like every team basically has that clause because
Yeah.
it's just a drastic difference between Premier League wages and Championship wages, and especially the revenue they get back.
Hmm.
So it's a big difference.
That's why I do hope they get relegated because I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be funny that they spend all this money on players, all this money on the stadium to play in the championship. And I want to
Well,
see what happens to the squad because more than
their
likely it's
squad's
gonna be a
get
fire sale.
the squad's getting picked off, dude. If I'm a team, I'm picking up all the young players that they have.
I'm
I'm picking up
calling Van de Ven dibs.
because it's him. I think Archie Gray, Bergvall's decent. Vuskovic, he's currently in Hoffenheim, center back. He's 18 years old. I think he's great. And I think that's about it.
There's another Xavi Simons on top of that.
Yeah,
Solanke, who
no,
hasn't been too bad, but he
I'm
just has
good.
an injury issue.
I'm good.
You're good on Xavi Simons?
I'm good.
Even their goalkeeper, Vicario, he's pretty good, in my
I'm good.
opinion. You don't like him?
I got Courtois.
Oh, not you, but like teams, you know. James
Yeah, I feel like
Madison, dude. James Madison.
the man's been injured all year.
Golo Muani. Do you know he's only scored one goal for Tottenham?
Yeah, he's also. I don't blame him. I think he went on
Uh,
a mini strike throughout the season.
biggest mistake ever was Juventus not buying this man. Because he was doing so well for him, remember?
Yeah, they went with Openda instead,
Openda, and
just to not
Openda
give him a
cannot score the
chance,
goal.
to not give him a chance, and then yeah, just I feel like sporting directors have gone out the window, and it's just been I feel like Todd Bowley took over all the football, and they're all just making wrong decisions.
Have you seen his recent
Yeah, he said he didn't know how to pick a good player.
he didn't know who Marco Correa was. He saw that Man City was interested in him, so they
Yeah, and
bought
they
him.
said, yep, it's hilarious.
That is funny. I think they should use that against Chelsea and say like a random player that no one's ever heard is really good. He's going for 80 million. And just Chelsea more than likely would buy him. So, yeah, we see where Chelsea's at. Also the article came out for the biggest debt. I think Chelsea's number one at the moment. They have the most debt.
Oh yeah, there's also saying what was it? An article came out about uh Man City that they would if the investigation that's been going on for like 5 years that if they'll get deducted like 60 points or 40 points or whatever.
But then more than likely that thing is not going to happen until the summer. You know, I think that's why Pep is leaving.
Hopefully it doesn't count for this year because
Yeah.
Arsenal does not need that trophy.
And that'll be funny. Man City wins the trophy. They count that they celebrate whatever they give them the trophy. Then in the summer, they go back and like, oh no, we're deducting 50 points from previous season. And then Arsenal, that'll be their petty trophy.
Nah, it doesn't count.
It won't count. I think the whole footballing world would tell them that it won't count, but I think that'll be hilarious. But again, I don't think it's gonna happen this season. I think it happens next season. That's if there's ever a ruling, let's be honest.
All right. Now we're just gonna go over some of our predictions for the upcoming week. Starting off hot tomorrow with Barca Atletico Madrid.
Barcelona wins.
Any specific score you want to go with, Jerry?
5-0. 5-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atletico Madrid. Easy 2-1. There's also Italy also in the Coppa Italia semifinal, Como versus Inter.
Give me Como. I think they're the only team in the Serie A playing football, so I'll go with them.
Same. And then nothing really interesting Premier League football, but if you really want to waste your time, you could do that. But Wednesday, the more interesting match, Aston Villa versus Chelsea, both coming off a loss this week, past week. Who do you have, Jerry? Aston Villa at home.
I got Aston Villa. They're gonna bounce back and win 2-1. Chelsea's in a weird spot where they can't create things.
Yeah, give me a draw because they're both in horrible form. I want them both to lose. Then we have Brighton at home against Corner FC.
I think there'll be less corners this game, and I think Brighton wins 1-0.
Yes. No, Brighton, give me 3-1. Then we have Man City, Nottingham versus Nottingham Forest. Very
Nottingham
crucial
Forest, don't
points.
be this. Don't let it be this game where you win. Please don't let it be this game where you win. I got Man City winning 4-0.
Same, Man City's gonna win 2-0. Then we have Newcastle, Man U, Newcastle at home. Tough place to go away to. Man U's in the current, I think, what is it, 2 game win streak?
Hmm.
So it will be a interesting game. Who do you have?
I'll go with the most informed team right now, and it's Manchester United.
I'll go Toon Army since this is gonna be a warm up for next week.
They're gonna go through it.
Real Sociedad versus Athletic.
Oh man, I want to go with Sociedad playing at home. 1-0 again.
Yeah, and plus I think they have a 2 goal win streak, so or two goal lead,
They have a
or
one goal lead.
so it's 1-1 lead. Still means Athletic Club has to go for it, so she'll open some things in the back. So I'll go with Real Sociedad. Ooh, Thursday's Spurs Crystal Palace. That's a mid fest right there. Friday Celta Vigo versus Real Madrid. Celta Vigo at home.
Celta Vigo 3-0 win. Not an easy game, Jesse, and you know it.
Yeah, give me a 2-1 for Real Madrid.
Impossible.
Saturday we have Athletic Madrid versus Real Sociedad. Athletic Madrid at home. Draw.
Ah, man. I think Atletico Madrid bounced back after the Barcelona berating of losing 0-5. And I got Atletico Madrid winning 2-0.
Then we have Athletic Club at home against Barcelona. Can be a San Mamés.
Satsan Mamés too. I think Barcelona wins for that because of that one extra day they do have of rest. The Athletic Club is going to be running too much against the Real Sociedad, in my opinion.
After being mentally broken by Atletico Madrid, I think Barcelona just, flops this game and Athletic Club gets a much needed win.
That can't be it. That can't be true.
Then we have also on Saturday, Wrexham versus Chelsea in the FA Cup.
At Wrexham, on top of that, I'm going with the local team, the home team, Wrexham. They're going to beat a Premier League giant, and I can't wait to see that in the show.
Yeah, same. It's gonna be cinema.
Definitely is. I have a feeling they're going to go to penalties.
Yeah, same. I feel like Wrexham's gonna play actual football. The only club that's gonna be playing football on this field, not gonna be tainted by that Premier League ball. And
Definitely.
then also Newcastle versus Man City. Newcastle's
Oh,
at home.
I must say, Newcastle wins this one. I think Man City gets knocked out of the FA Cup and they lose.
I think it's a draw. I think we have to wait for the second leg. Is there a second leg or is it just one leg?
There's a repeat, a replay, that's what they
Okay.
call. Unless
All
this is
right.
a replay. Is it?
No,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a replay if they tie.
nothing really crazy Sunday except for the Milan derby. The AC Milan will be considered at home for this one.
Man, I didn't even know who to pick for this, honestly. Who do you have?
I'll go AC Milan because they have my boy Luka Modric.
I want to go with the draw. Right now, Inter Milan's 10 points ahead in the league. So they seem to be running away with it. They only have this, what is it, the Coppa Italia to play for and the Serie A. So I think it's going to be a draw. Allegri's not known to go for it as much.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully it's cinema, Jerry. Hopefully they play football.
yeah,
I feel like
hopefully we
I
could.
feel like this year we haven't had too much of that.
No, I'll definitely be watching that game, sadly. I just have a feeling I'm going to be wasting my time. It's going to be like a classic Italian match of a 0-0. So we'll see about that.
Anything else you'd like to share? Anything interesting happen?
Bears are apparently on the front line to get Max Crosby.
Hey, listen, I said a couple episodes ago, like Max, if you ever want to come, we'll gladly take you with open arms.
I'm just interested to see what the Bears are gonna give up. It's gonna have to be DJ Moore, and I know it. And it's gonna suck for him to be honest too.
Well, I wonder what the Raiders do because I feel like uh they should because I think it's all been announced that like Fernando Mendoza is gonna be like the number one overall pick for
Yeah.
them, and if not, I think people are gonna be questioning the Raiders even more than they already are. But like, should you put him in like the firing line with like that O line that they have because it is bad? Should they sign like a veteran QB for like 1 year just so he doesn't get killed that first year and let him like develop?
I think they should. They shouldn't put too much pressure on him and make him start right away. I think Tom Brady knows that best out of everyone. So we'll see if it happens, but I think there's enough like veteran QB presence there. I with the whole Bears potentially getting Max Crosby, rumored that it might be DJ Moore, and the rumor came out last week that Tyson Bagent, a lot of teams have been calling for him, so I could probably
Yeah.
see those two players going to the Raiders, Bagent getting the starting role and letting Mendoza develop as he gets some like gets watches people get reps on it.
Yeah, because I think what was it that the Bears are basically asking for like a second or third for Bajan, which
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
he's a
good
good
return
quarterback.
for.
Honestly, I think he could have started if Caleb got injured or anything like that, and I think
Hmm.
we would have seen him do well. But again, we'll see what happens. I think there's going to be a lot of QBs in the mix that are going to move a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers hasn't confirmed if he's back yet.
I think he will because it is his former coach, so I think he stays in the Steelers for 1 more year. But I wonder what's gonna happen because I know there's a lot of like I know Kyler Murray's basically out of the Cardinals, same with Tua. So I wonder like which team picks him up because I'm pretty sure someone's gonna pick him up. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the two goes to the Jets, but then just that's the wrong choice because you're gonna just get killed there.
Yeah, it's yeah. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's only the start of the whole free agency thing. So we'll see what happens. Again, I'm
Yeah, especially
excited to see what happens.
especially because a lot of people are talking about AJ Brown moving. I'm surprised I feel like the Bills are can be in that wide receiver market, so maybe they want DJ Moore. We'll give them. They give us the second round pick. We'll give them DJ Moore.
You think he'll just do a second round pick for DJ Moore?
I think so, if we're lucky.
No, I think if DJ Moore's getting traded, it's to the Raiders because of the contract. But I mean, we could also get no. I don't. Another rumor is Justin Jefferson to see what the Vikings are going to do with him because clearly they're out with JJ McCarthy. Um, Jay Jetta more than likely could ask for a trade because I don't think he wants to develop under another QB. We'll see what happens with him. And it came up in a thought in my head that we should probably get him, but I don't think we should at this point, thinking about it thoroughly, because it's another huge contract on offense. I think we need defense at this point.
Well, and plus we already have the offensive weapons. We have Odunze, we have Luther Burden, we have Colson Loveland. Like we have weapons.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if we're gonna get a running back.
Like in a draft or like free agency.
Either free agency draft or even trade DeAndre Swift.
Well, I think we still have DeAndre Swift, so I think they're gonna stick with him for another year
But I
because
know they
he's
were
on the
trying there was like rumors that he was potentially gonna get traded last offseason, so and we'll see what he does this season. Especially since he had a pretty good season. Can't complain. He had a
yeah.
dozen plus rushing yards, I think.
Yeah, I think we stick with him because he is on a reasonable contract. I think what he signed for 7 mil.
Yeah.
R Rico Dowdle just signed for 8. So the market's obviously going up.
Yeah. Who's the Michigan running back? That's why I'm like thinking, what if the Bears get him? Is it
Michigan running
Love?
back. That's Notre Dame.
Is it who's the running back?
Notre, Notre Dame. Love. Jordan Love or Jordan Love.
Oh, okay. What if we get him?
He's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. And
I
plus
haven't been following the draft too much.
I think he went crazy in the combine. I know this year they were saying that the combine numbers are going crazy.
Yeah, a lot of the defensive ends too, like big guys, pause.
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
said pause, bro. But yeah, exciting. times Bears looking to possibly stay in Arlington. That's a good sign. I don't want to be the Indiana Bears. I would
Yeah.
probably not be a Bears fan anymore if they moved to Indiana.
Yeah, just want to hit the same.
They wouldn't. But I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know as we get closer to draft on who I think is going to be a next hit. Been decent so far on my picks.
Not Matthew Golden.
Listen, he got screwed over by the Packers, and I will stand by that. They ruined my boy. He would have gone crazy anywhere else.
Nah, you said you've been Golden.
I
That's
bit,
that's still a question
I,
mark.
I said pretty good. I have been pretty
The
good.
one game he goes off is against the Bears too. Like just say
Hey, listen,
thanks.
I did call that. I was
I know in
like,
the back of
you.
your head you're pretty happy, like, oh, okay, thank God I was right on this guy.
No, I was shitting it because remember the second one, he almost got him for a touchdown,
Yeah.
or he did. I was like, oh, it just had to be against my Bears. I knew it.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Send this to a friend. Peace.
Peace.